Hey, what's going on everyone? MONADO Max here, and today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch and its upcoming releases. Obviously, the Nintendo Switch is on its final year of releasing games, and a lot of people are probably thinking that the Switch is not going to be having many games released this year due to it being the last year. However, I am here to prove you wrong because there is so many Nintendo Switch titles left to come out this year and early next year. This video, we're gonna show all of that into one epic video. Without further ado, let's go and get started and talk about some upcoming Switch games. We have Elmo, I think Elmo, something like that. The Smiling Man, the Famicom Detective Club game. It's coming back. The series, it got brought over to the Switch a few years ago, and then out of nowhere, Nintendo posted this tweet where everyone was like, oh, we're getting a new horror Nintendo game, yes! A new Eternal Darkness, we've been waiting for this, and then Nintendo 2 weeks later was like, you thought is just another Famicom game, a detective Famicom game. Honestly, I'm very disappointed about that. I think a Nintendo horror game would be very sick, but we have this game coming out. It appears to be an extremely dark game though that Nintendo is releasing. So there is that, and it's a new thing in the Famicom Detective Club series. I've heard some pretty good things about it. I don't know, this might be one of those hidden gems. You got Ace Attorney Investigations coming out, the only Ace Attorney game to not come to the Switch. I think we're actually getting one of the Miles Edgeworth's games that was exclusive to Japan over here in America for the first time. So that's pretty cool, and once this releases, the Nintendo Switch has every Ace Attorney game ever released, so that's pretty cool. I'm very surprised that this is actually coming out though, because I didn't think there was going to be that much of an interest for the Miles Edgeworth games to come over here, but Capcom continues to prove me wrong every single time, because this is also getting a physical release, which is very much shocking to me. Go beep! Alright, and you know what also is coming out for the Nintendo Switch? The brand new NBA 2K25. I don't know, I'm not much of a basketball fan. I just know anytime I'm playing basketball with people, when they're about to land the shot, they just say, Kobe! And you know, I just thought, you know, with this right here, this is the closest thing that I had to a basketball. It's coming to the Switch though. Now, the Outer Wilds has already been out for Nintendo Switch, but I wanted to put this down here. It's getting a physical release. Now, a lot of people have talked about how great of a game that is, so I am looking forward to playing it once the physical drops. We have the Karate Kid Street Rumble. Now, this is one that I am unsure about. Game Mill Entertainment, it's making it. There's like a 50% chance this could be a good game and a 50% chance this could be bad. But the streets are talking about this game and people are really wanting this to be good because from the trailer, it looks good. And I have hope. You know, Game Mill Entertainment can sometimes cook. Sometimes they can't cook, but you know, hopefully they cook with this because I know this is type of a game that people have wanted in the Karate Kid series and we're getting it. The sprites look really nice, so I really hope this could be good. The Stanley Parable is finally getting a physical release. I am very excited for that. I've always talked about how great the Stanley Parable has been. It was actually a cut video that never got released about me reviewing the Stanley Parable. It was actually going to be a pretty cool video if it ever released. But the Stanley Parable is coming out physically, and I think a lot of people will probably not play this game due to it not having a physical release. So I'm excited for people to have this in their collection and to play what is, I think, one of the coolest indie games out there. Now, this one's a big one for a lot of people. We have the brand new Disney Epic Mickey Rebrushed. This is a remastered of the original Epic Mickey game, and a lot of people are talking about this because they want this to be successful where we can get an Epic Mickey 3. If you haven't played the Epic Mickey series, it is a great series. I mean, I didn't think 2 was that great. That's going to be a hot take. I thought 1 was great though. I'm very excited to see 1 be returned into this platform that the Nintendo Switch is. Now the Switch version looks rough. At least we have a way of playing Epic Mickey again, because this is a series that is great, and I'm glad to see today's generation be able to play Epic Mickey. Looney Tunes World Wacky of Sports. Now, again, this is going to be one where we're like, oh, I don't know, is this gonna be good? People are wanting this to be a good game. It looks like a good game, but then you look at who's making it. Game Mill Entertainment. Like I've said many times before though, they can sometimes cook. When they're given the right amount of development time, they can make good games. A lot of the times with their licensed projects, they are actually being forced by the license to push the game out as soon as possible. I believe like with the Walking Dead one, for example, they only had like a few months, or no, it's the King Kong one that I'm talking about. They got the rights to King Kong and they forced the developers to push out that King Kong game, and there was only a few months of development time they had on that. So we'll see with this. Hopefully it's good. Tomb Raider Remastered is getting a physical release. I know a lot of people was really looking forward to that coming out to the Switch earlier this year, and then it never got a physical release. Now it's getting a physical release, and I know a lot of people are going to pick this up because it's Tomb Raider. It's a pretty big deal, and I think this is one of the first, if not, yeah, I think this is the first time that the original Tomb Raider games have been on a Nintendo platform. I might be wrong about that, don't shoot me, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time it's happened. So this is actually a pretty big release for most people. We have the first playable Zelda game out there, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. It's kind of crazy to me that a series that's called The Legend of Zelda doesn't have a game where you can play as Zelda, but that changes right now because you get to play as Zelda in this series, and or at least this game should be very interesting. It's in the Link's Awakening Deluxe Remastered, whatever that game was called. Reawakening, is that what it's called? Awakening, Link's Awakening? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, what came out on the Switch back in 2019, was it? Same developers that are making that made this, so it's in that nice little toy soldier play style. It should be a great release. Just Dance 2025. I know a lot of people are gonna go crazy with that, probably playing all the new Ice Spice music that will be in that game. I've actually never listened to an Ice Spice song. I have been paid, or at least attempted to be paid a lot of money to play an Ice Spice Just Dance song live on my MONADO Max streams. I don't know what to expect. I declined the money because I didn't know what to expect. I felt like I was gonna get set up, you know. I was very unsure what was gonna happen here. I said no, but Just Dance, it's coming back. I mean, it should be surprising. I mean, you know, we have another Just Dance game coming out next year. These things are dropping like crazy. Not only are you getting a Zelda game this year, you're also getting a brand new Super Mario Party game. That Mario Party game being Super Mario Party Jamboree. I don't know, this one, to be honest with you, this just seems like the most random game to come out for the Switch. I don't think we needed another Mario Party. I think what would have made more sense is to give more updates to the last Mario Party game, Mario Party Super Rush, is that what it's called? Superstar, that's what it was. That was a great Mario Party game. I am surprised that they're back to the kind of basics of Mario Party. I don't know. This one just seems so unnecessary, but who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong and this will be a better Mario Party game. Maybe this will be the best Mario Party game. Maybe I need to have some actual hope with this game. Now, I know a lot of people are probably asking, where are the anime games? I am not putting any anime into this list. If you're looking for the anime games, go look at the next YouTube video. I'm sure someone's gonna have that. There's gonna be no anime games. We only put real games in here, good games. We have another Turtles game coming out, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants Unleashed. Now this one, a lot of people are excited for it, but I don't see why, because of who's developing it. No, it's not Game Mill Entertainment. You know, I feel like we've been saying Game Mill Entertainment so many times in this video, but we actually have a different game developer to talk about in this video. That being Outright Games. Outright Games makes a lot of children games, basically. They made Racing with Ryan, they've done so many, I think they've done all the Paw Patrol games. All these games have ended up being really bad. I don't know why people have so much hope about this game being peak, because that's what people are saying. They're saying this is going to be peak. I hope it's peak. I just, after seeing what Outright Games has made, I don't think it's possible, because I think it's one of those similar situations that when you buy the license or get the rights to these licenses, you have a strict amount of time to make the game. So maybe I'll be wrong. Hopefully it's good. It looks good, but I have my doubts. Romancing Saga 2 is coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Gonna be honest, I know absolutely nothing about this game, except this is probably something Coleman would like. So all the Coleman fans, the Coleman Nation, this one's for you guys. We have another Smurfs game coming on the Switch. I don't know if it's me, but the Smurfs seems to have so many releases on the Nintendo Switch. This one's called the Smurfs Dreams. I don't know. I don't know. It's the Smurfs. Maybe it'll be good. The last time I played a Smurfs game was Smurfs Village. which a lot of you guys watching this video probably don't know what that is, which is probably a bad thing because that means I am getting old. Whew, not a good look. All right, here we go. Now this is one that I'm excited about. Sonic X Shadow Generations. Sonic Generations is one of the best Sonic games out there. I have talked about why this is a great Sonic game. It is unfortunately probably the last good Sonic game that we've had, at least off the top of my head. A truly peak Sonic game, that was it. And you know, at least they're bringing it back where you can play all the original Sonic Generations levels. They're adding new content in this, which should be interesting. It's the Shadow content, which is going to have a play into the Shadow the Hedgehog video game, it looks like. I am interested to see how this is going to work, if it's going to be good. It's coming out on the Switch. I'm excited. I'm surprised it's coming out on the Switch, though, if I'm being honest with you. But at the same time, a lot of these games are probably mainly being bought on the Nintendo platform, so SaGa's gonna do their absolute best to make a Switch port happen. I'm excited for this though. It's the last good Sonic release we're gonna get in a very long time because, I mean, Sonic Frontiers, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was better, but I don't look at it as a Sonic game. It was like a futuristic Sonic game. I don't know. I don't see it as today's Sonic. Probably the most surprising thing to come out this year from Nintendo themselves is going to be this Mario and Luigi game. Mario and Luigi Brothership is probably, like I said, so unexpected. If y'all are not aware of the company that used to make these games, Alpha Dream, they went out of they just went out of business. They had so much debt that even Nintendo did not want to buy the company. I believe a lot of the employees got hired, but Alpha Dream as a company is dead, and they have developed every single Mario and Luigi game. And so when the news came out back in 2020 that they were gone, everyone thought that the Mario and Luigi series was 100% dead. And here we are on the last year of the Switch, out of nowhere, getting a new one, and this game looks beautiful. This art style, I love it. It looks great. I am very excited to play this. Dragon Quest III HD 2D's coming out this year. This one was a great surprise because we knew that this was coming out at some point. This game got, I think, announced back in 2020. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 2020. And it's another wonderful addition in the Square Enix 2D HD series. These ports have, this engine that Square Enix has made has been talked about so much, and it's great to see one of their biggest IPs getting used with this awesome engine that they made. And it kind of opens the door of future games. You know, a lot of people are really wanting Chrono Trigger. I would like to play Chrono Trigger, so it would be cool to see them do a 2D HD of Chrono Trigger. That seems to make sense to me. But a lot of things that make sense when it comes to companies like Square Enix and SaGa typically does not happen. I don't know how this one's coming to the Nintendo Switch. However, I have been proven wrong with Hogwarts Legacy, so maybe this game that's coming out will be amazing like Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch. That game being Funko Fusion. I mean, this game, it's gonna be rough on Switch. I know that the Switch version's already been delayed, so that's going to be interesting and typically not a good sign to see. We'll see what happens with it though. Rugrats Adventure in Gameland. This is one that I have been super excited for a very long time. It's got an awesome, beautiful art style of the gameplay. I love what this game is looking like. It's gonna be a platformer, and the best part is you could switch it to like an NES game if you wanted to. Looks like it's gonna be a great game. Reminds me of some of the classic games that used to come out from Nickelodeon back in the time when I played games on my PlayStation 2. I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride. Obviously, that was probably the most surprising thing for a lot of people too, other than the Mario and Luigi games, that Marvel vs. Capcom is coming back on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, all those, but this is a Nintendo Switch video. It's coming out on Nintendo Switch, all the Marvel vs. Capcom games. Actually, I just realized Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is not on Switch. Capcom, you should fix that. Either way, you're getting a collection of the Marvel vs. Capcom games coming to the Switch later this year. This is going to be an awesome release. It's got online play, it's got so many features, and it's also getting a physical release, so we're not going to see the issues that we saw happen when these games got taken down years ago. Very happy about this because I thought this would be something that would never happen. And here it is. And who knows, maybe if this sells well, we'll actually get a proper good Marvel vs. Capcom game that's not the garbage that Infinite was. Maybe we'll truly get a Marvel vs. Capcom 4. This is one that I'm pretty excited about, considering that I just finished the first game about a year ago. Life is Strange, Double Exposure. This is one that everyone seems to think is not going to run on the Switch. However, I am here to tell you, you are all wrong. I have played Life is Strange True Colors on the Nintendo Switch, and that is one of the best Nintendo Switch ports out there. And that game is very similar to Double Exposure that's coming out later this year. So don't be surprised if that game gets talked about as being a really good Switch port. It sounds like it will come out day one with all the other platforms, which is also a good sign to see. I mean, I won't be surprised if it still gets delayed, but I know that this game is going to work well on Switch. I'm telling you now. You know, let's look beyond 2024. Let's look at what 2025 has to bring. We already have so much coming out this year, and the Switch is for sure dying in the next year. Surely not much is going to come out. Well, we're not even having much announcements of next year yet, but we already have a decent amount of games coming out. Let me show you some of those games. Little Nightmares 3. Now, this is obviously a big series for most, and that's coming out next year. I'm gonna guess that's probably gonna be a very late title since it's a horror game. They're probably gonna wanna release that during Halloween. It's the only right thing to do. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. This is going to be one that will be a big release for most people because Donkey Kong on the Switch. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was one of the best-selling Nintendo Switch games, so I expect Country Returns HD to also be one of the best-selling Switch titles out there. Can't believe these remasters sold more than an actual brand new Donkey Kong game. Oh wait, a new Donkey Kong game didn't come out for the Switch. Now I know we said no anime, but I gotta bring out the good anime. Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection is dropping, and I'm very excited about this one. This is going to be one that has a lot of the classic Game Boy Advance games that I played back in my time when I played. Why am I saying my time? I'm not that old, I'm just 21. Either way, I played a lot of these games on the Game Boy Advance, and now they're bringing the ones that didn't come out over here in America from my understanding, and we still don't know what else this collection holds. So this is going to be a big one for most Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 is coming out. I believe it's going to be all in the same game from what it sounds like, which is weird since they're releasing 3 on its own. I kind of would have thought they would have done 1 and 2 separate, but maybe those are shorter games. I'm not sure, but it's coming out next year in the 2D HD engine. Meteoroid Prime 4 Beyond is confirmed to come out next year. I'm telling you, this is going to be a cross-hybrid game. This is going to be on the next Nintendo console. Either way, it is coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Pokemon Legends ZA. This is also one that I could see being a cross-hybrid game. I think this is coming out extremely early into the next year though, so maybe Nintendo will give like a free update patch where this runs better on the Switch too. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure though that that's going to be one that might just come out for Switch only, then a free update for Switch 2. I don't know. I think it's January when we'll see that game come out. I'm just calling it now, January or February. And then we know that a brand new Professor Layton game is coming out at some point. It's predicted to come out this year. It was announced, I think, a long time ago, and we haven't heard anything else about it. I know the company Level 5 went out of business, and now it's coming back with another Layton game, which was a surprise for many. So I know that's going to be a big release for many once it finally drops. Guys, these are all the upcoming Nintendo Switch games that are dropping this year and I guess next year, since we talked a little bit about 2025. What are some of... Whew, that was a burp, I think. Excuse me. What are some of your favorite releases that are dropping soon? Me personally, what I can't wait for is Marvel vs. Capcom. I think that's going to be very exciting to play on the Switch, especially playing with my friends. I can't wait for that. I am also intrigued to play Mario and Luigi and the Brothership. That should be a great title to play. But I definitely want to know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. Make sure to backslash that subscribe button, like the video, check out my Twitter, check out the Discord server, check out my Twitter, Instagram, Discord. I just said that, I think. MONADO Marine membership, $5 a month. Get access to all these emojis. Coleman's going to show you these emojis. I swear to God, Coleman, you better be showing the emojis. These are the emojis. Look at this. I mean, look at this emoji right here in my hand. Isn't this awesome? This is awesome. Good job, Coleman. Best editor out there in the world. And I got to pay him somehow. So become a MONADO Marine, $5 a month. I will see you guys in the next video because I have talked for way too much. Bye. I think I messed up that outro. You know, we were doing good with the outro, and then I messed it all up. But that's okay. Y'all get the gist. And if you don't get the gist, go watch another video and watch the outro then. Then you'll see what I'm talking about. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.